Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to another segment of the Bosses at Startup International TeleSummit. Today is the day that we are talking to all of our aspiring, existing entrepreneurs, startup companies who are looking for solutions, who are looking for ways to take their business to the next level, to look for ways of how they can make small changes that can make a big impact into how they're engaging with those customers, how they're managing their process, how their customers are visualizing and seeing their brand and hearing their message. This is the day. So I definitely encourage, if you're catching this live, to go ahead and share this. Go ahead and tag someone in your network, because today, all of these awesome speakers, their segments are giving you tips and solutions of how to kickstart your business, how to turn your business around. If you're feeling stuck and probably holding on to the idea of the thought of starting a business, today is the day to where you're going to be fulfilled with amazing information from these great experts and sharing their transparency to their journey, as well as giving you tips and solutions to how they have seen what they do work and why they are invested in helping others in startup position and women who are starting their business to kickstart, to not only establish a successful business, but as well as making sure that your business is sustainable. So when I talk about the Bosses at Startup International TeleSummit, this mission, this goal was created for you. Yes, for you. If you are watching, if you are listening, this was created for you. Because if you don't know, the SBA Small Business Administration statistics continue to show that so many of our startup companies are still failing, and they're failing for many of the same reasons year after year after year. And that's why the Bosses at Startup wanted to bring you different industries, different expertise, because they are the reasons, they have the solutions to help you kickstart your business, to make sure you are not one of those individual companies that continue to fall into that bucket of failure when it comes to kickstarting your business. Because we want you to set your business up right from the start. Not once you've been in it in 1 or 2 years, not once you've been in it 3 to 5 years and you're stressed out and you're ready to give up. We want you to start right from the beginning. So that starts with making sure your legal aspect is correct, making sure you've made it official, you have a separate bank account, that you have the right business structure, as well as having the right tools implemented internally in your business to make sure you can still be the CEO and not so much of the administrative person that's managing and running the business. So that's why I'm excited about this segment, because DeKesha is going to be our business strategist boss today to share with you her tips, her solutions of how she's not only made it work in her business, but how she continues to make it work in other startup companies and small businesses as well. So when we talk about Ms. DeKesha Williams, known as the Virtual COO, business strategist, and leadership development trainer, is the CEO of Vizions Enterprise. Vizions Enterprise helps clients with business expansion and infrastructure development. Driven by a sincere desire to inspire, motivate, and educate entrepreneurs, way to implement systems and processes to increase profitability. So not only does her expertise help you in understanding how to make things a little bit simpler and efficient, it also correlates with increasing your profitability. Ms. Williams is committed to leading her clients towards success. Ms. Williams leverages over 20 years of experience in retail management to help other entrepreneurs develop practical business strategies that include solutions to increase profitability, strategies to increase foot traffic, brand development, and more. So please welcome Ms. DeKesha Williams. Welcome, dear. I am so glad you are here today.
Hi, thank you so much. I am so excited to be able to have the opportunity to share, my experiences, both the beautiful side and the not so beautiful side. Okay, that's what it's all about, right? Yeah. So thank you for having me on this platform. Super excited about it.
Awesome. I know I just gave them a big spiel about you, your business, but go ahead and tell us a little bit more about DeKesha and how DeKesha got to this point of saying, you know what, I can help others improving in this area in their business, and this is what I want to do. What got you there?
So let me just say, I'm just that chick that lost the same job twice, building a business from the comfort of my own home. And what you just did is what everyone does every time I say that. They're like, what? How in the world do you lose the same job twice? Listen, for some reason, I couldn't make it up if I tried. And it's who I am, right? But I remember like it was yesterday. It was January the 10th, 2010. I received an email that my company has ceased operation. What? I don't know about you, but you know, when they say ceased operation,
you're like, wait.
Right? I don't know about you, but I need to know if I was gonna get paid, okay? Because I literally had just dropped my son at that time. He was 4 years old. Literally just dropped him off at daycare. So I'm thinking, I got a daycare bill due at the end of the month. I got a car note due. I have a mortgage due. I can go on and on and on, right? Mm-hmm. 4 months later, actually was rehired by the company. They changed ownership and everything. But you know, something about this time around was different. Something about this time. Now, it could be the fact that my daughter says, Mommy, you know you missed the first week of school 3 times in a row, 3 years in a row.
Won't they bring it up? Won't they show you?
I mean, can you take the knife out of my back?
Yes. Please? Yes.
Not me, because I'm the mother of the year. Yeah. Like, I am the number 1 mommy. At least I thought I was. At least I thought I was. And so just to kind of give you a little bit, I've been in operations management since the age of 16. So yeah, it's well over 20 years. I just say over 20 years.
Come on, I'm going to add to that. I know, it sounds good.
Just over 20 years, right? And so when I thought about it, and certain time of the year, you get ready for the fourth quarter. Right. Well, in retail, we start talking fourth quarter in September, okay? I'm in Virginia. So I live in Virginia. In Virginia, our kids go to school the day after Labor Day. So when I did the math and I looked at the calendar, girlfriend was right. I have missed the first week of school. Are you serious? And if you have children, you and I both know it's only 2 times a year that kids like school. The first week of school and the last week of school.
So true. They're right? So excited. Yes.
Oh my goodness. So you mean to tell me that I missed one of the only 2 important times of the school year? Come on, Mommy. You got to do better than that. And so fast forward, August 24, 2011, I turned in my pink slip and I went on leave of absence. # longest leave ever, because I'm still on leave of absence. Like, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Right. So that's literally how I transitioned into a full-time CEO.
That is amazing. And it's just good to hear, because I want those who are catching this live now or catching this on the replay to know that every day, or that step into entrepreneurship, is not always the peaches and cream of the day. It's something has happened, maybe a pain, that passion that it's always something. But what I love in the ending of your story is that you found your place. You use your skills that you've taken from the years of working for someone else, and you are now using those skills to not only be the foundation of your financial security, but also to help other business owners.
You know, and it's so amazing at how the journey actually just literally prepares you for your next level. And so what is amazing, it's absolutely amazing to me that I would have never thought in a million years that I would convert over into a virtual COO, doing operations management for small business owners, when I've done operations management for companies at $2 million, $4 million, like for 20 something years. Like, I was 16 as an assistant manager at Paramount's King's Dominion. So I've been leading, I've been developing, I've been serving for years, but I never knew that it was preparing me for where I am now.
Come on. So for
Absolutely.
those who feel stuck, like, when is my time coming? Just keep going on the journey. DeKesha is just a prime example of how you have to keep going. You can't give up when those challenges show up, whether it's personal or business. You have to keep going. So I definitely appreciate you sharing that. And I just hope that that touches someone to realize that each speaker is bringing you an aspect to this entrepreneurship journey. And the end result of it is that they kept going forward on their journey. So thank you, DeKesha, for that. I definitely appreciate that. So I know you have so much to share with these startups. So in business strategy, where should a startup company's mindset be? What is that startup time? Where should they be thinking? What should they be thinking at this time?
So, and that's a phenomenal question, because I was thinking, I'm like, where am I going to start? You know, like I talk all the time, I teach all the time. So my presentation style is teaching. So I can tell you now, you might as well get out a pen, piece of paper, because I'm going to teach you. We're going to go to school, right? I'm not going to motivate you. I probably will with the information I'm going to provide you, but you're going to get some substance. You're going to get some information. You're going to be like, oh, wait a minute. She just said something that's critical. Right? So I want you to be ready. Okay. So here's what I need you to first understand about business. Business is about ideas, implementation, and income. I want you to write that down. Understanding that business is about ideas, implementation, and income. Now, ideas are concepts that arrive at like random times. I don't know if you are anything like me, but I get my ideas, and actually I have journals. Normally I have them right here by me, but I get ideas at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, you couldn't tap my shoulder any other time, but okay, you know. I'm like, all right, hold on. Let me get my notebook, because you've laid something on my heart.
Mm-hmm.
You've put something in my mind, and I like it. I need to implement it so that I can make money.
I like
okay,
that.
I got you. All right, I can do that. Now, and so each of us were given an idea, okay? That is the reason that you either A, aspire to become an entrepreneur, or B, you are already an entrepreneur, because you had this idea that was birthed inside of you, and you took action on it, or you're ready to take action. Now, implementation is the art of taking action to complete a task, right? And that is the biggest piece that as business owners that we often miss, is the taking action portion, right? Yeah. And I love to kind of bring it back around. So let me see who's with me as you're watching, whether you're watching live or you're watching the recording or replay, right? How many of you have gone to conference after conference after conference, and you've brought back the big white notebook, is what I call it. It's a big white notebook full of ideas and worksheets. 6 months later, you pull that same white notebook out, and it's like, I was supposed to do this when I came back home. I was supposed to do this. Oh, and this was a great strategy, and I was supposed to do this. And you never get around to implementing. Now, I know that 96% of you under the sound of my voice,
yes,
should be raising your hand, right?
Like laying down like, that's me.
I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is why I'm really pride myself on the operations side, because I help people get ish done. Like, that is what I pride myself on doing, okay? And so income is the revenue generated from the combination of ideas and implementation. Let me say that again. Income is the revenue generated from the combination of ideas and implementation. So I want you to write this equation down. Idea plus implementation equals income. Idea plus implementation equals income. If you didn't get that one, let me tell you like this. Idea minus implementation equals impossible to achieve your goals, and irresponsible because you were given an idea and you have failed to implement.
Come on now.
You write it down the way that works for you.
Right, that makes it stick for you. Like, which one of those makes it stick?
Which one of them
that sticks to your head? Like, gosh, she's talking to me. Like, why is she talking to me like that? I like that.
Plus implementation equals income, or idea minus implementation equals irresponsible and impossible. You gotta let that one sit for a second.
Let that one sit. So if you're catching this on the replay, just hit pause for a minute, because this is the moment in this TeleSummit that we really want to reach you. We really want you to catch what she's saying. That this is not just about, oh, I need to go out and chase my customers and try to make this money. No, there is a step to where you can start right. And if you know this formula, if you go by what DeKesha just said, that formula can help you not only be successful, but sustainable.
You better tell them. And here's kind of where I want you to think about for a second. So let's go back for a second. And I always love to use this idea because Mark Zuckerberg had an idea, right? And if you could just visualize with me, like I could literally, I don't know about you, but I could just see them like sitting in the dorm room, like a group of individuals that are implementing. It's like, okay, so this is what I need you to do. And this is what I need you to do. And so you're going to do this part and we're going to all come together and we're going to do what? We created Facebook. Yeah. What? Like, I don't know about you, but I just can see that. Like, yeah. I can see them in the dorm room doing that. Yeah. And even Donald Katz, right? Some of you may or may not even know. Donald Katz had an idea to create the first portable digital audio player. How many of you heard about Audible? I listen to it every day.
Yes.
Every day. So Don Katz had an idea to create the first portable digital audio player, and they implemented 300,000 downloads of books, media, you name it. Mm-hmm. And now they have a membership program where they're generating income every single month. I think it's like $14. Come on, right? Drew Houston had an idea to store and back up data, which is an actual business system. Backup systems, right? Drew Houston had the idea to store and back up data online. How many of you have heard of Dropbox?
Come on.
I mean, it's just small things. So don't ever underestimate the idea that is put in you that you don't implement on it, because you're gonna miss out on your money. All right, that's enough of that. I'm sorry. That's enough of that one.
That was good. That was that marinade. You know how the gumbo marinates in a pot? That was that marinating moment. It's like you gotta marinate on that. It's one thing to have an idea or to be aspiring, but it's another thing to take action. Come on. So that was good. That was good.
So one of the things that I wanted to share today. Right. We talk about systems and processes in business, and we talk about strategy. So when you look at strategy, you look at a strategic way of getting a task done, a strategic way of implementing a big picture to achieve a goal. Correct? Right? That's what strategy is.
Right.
Did you realize that every strategy has a process?
Come on.
Every strategy has a system. Well, DeKesha, what do you mean? All right, so I want y'all to stay with me for a second. I get excited. This is my space. I get excited. So listen, when you're building a business, you have to be strategic in everything that it is you do in business. So whether it's you're looking to achieve your revenue goals, you're looking to build your tribe, you're looking to build your list, you have to be strategic in everything that you do. But every strategy has a process. Every strategy has a system. All right. So stay with me for a second. So my strategy that I use to build my business is now called the Profit Blueprint. It initially started as 5 P's, but as we've built, we've learned that it's actually 7 P's. And I'm going to share with you what those 7 P's are. Each P represents a business system. Pay attention. Each P represents a business system. Every strategy has a system. Every system has a process, and we're going to build on it. I'm going to show you something. All right. So if you want to build your business, if you want to market your business, these are strategies, right? I'm getting ready to give you 7 systems that you can use to build a profitable business, and it's based on the Profit Blueprint. Y'all ready? All right, I'm excited. All right. So let's start with prospecting, right? Prospecting is an individual who is interested in a product or service that you offer. They're not a client yet, but they are an individual who is interested in the products or services that you may offer. The system that you use in order to get prospects is your lead generation system. Come on. What does that mean to you? That means that you have to have a system in place in order to generate leads in your business so that you can have conversations with people who are actually sincerely interested about the services and the products that you offer in your business.
Come on, that's where it starts.
You can't talk to everyone. If you talk to everyone, you talk to no one. Right?
Right.
So you have to be crystal clear on who it is that you serve. So let me help you when it comes to your lead generation system, because I can tell when somebody's not making money. Let me show you how I can tell when somebody's not making money. Y'all ready?
Y'all ready?
I'm ready to give you my inner secret.
You're not gonna tell them. Come on, we ready.
I'm getting ready to give you my inner secret.
Okay.
Let me show you how I can identify who's a great prospect for me. All I have to do is look at how you promote on social media. That's it. I don't need more. I don't need anything else. I can tell by the language that you use in order to acquire prospects is how I can identify whether or not you're making money in your business. Here's why. Here's the principle behind it. Here's the principle behind it. When you want to effectively market to identify your prospect, you have to promote the problem and service the solution. Write that down.
Not market the business. Come on, promote. What did you say, DeKesha?
Promote the problem and service the solution. I'm telling you, it is a giveaway every single time. So if you are guilty of promoting your event, your product, you are guilty of promoting your page, go like my page. That's a telltale sign you're struggling in business. Here is why. We use positioning questions. I'm giving y'all all the goods. We use positioning questions to help you identify with me and with the problem. Let me give you an example. Are you struggling right now in business and generating revenue in your business? Are you struggling with getting your message to the masses? Those are positioning questions. That is what allows you to get prospects to raise their hand. All right, so let me give you 2 ideas of lead generation tools, right, that you can use, and I'm gonna move on. All right, so great lead generation tools are checklists, super fantastic, absolutely love them. Another one is webinars, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. I absolutely live, die by webinars. About 2.5 months ago, we had our first 5-figure launch this year by using webinars, sitting in the same spot right now.
Wow.
Same spot. So those are 2 different ways.
Tested and approved.
Well, and yes. So here's the thing about me that people that are under the sound of my voice, if you've heard me before, you know I don't teach theory. Tried and true. I don't teach theory. And here's the funny thing about it. When I'm given a blueprint, I test it to see if it works. All right. Okay. So that's your lead generation system. So the P is prospecting. Got it? The second P is platform. And here's the thing about me. You kind of heard, if you joined in now, or if you heard my story at the beginning, I'll give you the reason behind the prospecting. You got to understand the why. If you're anything like me, I'm not just going to tell you, oh, this is what you need to do. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I did it. I have two beautiful children. They grown. Look, they 18 and 12. To me, in my book, that's grown, right? They don't necessarily need me to oversee them. So the reason why I left my job 7 years ago was so that I could be present for them.
Right.
See, I grew up in a home. My mother worked overnight shift, graveyard shift for 16 years. So I spent 13 years in a daycare center. And once you turn 13, you got a godparent. You ain't got no babysitter.
You can't go back.
Listen, at 13, you going to the babysitter. You ain't finna joke me in school. No. So I ended up having godparents. And so I didn't want that for my children.
Right.
Okay. I didn't want them, and that's not to knock anything that my mother did. So I'm being transparent. I'm showing you how I was able to build this. Okay.
Right.
So I felt guilty when I would have to leave my kids. Mind you, my daughter stuck the knife in when she told me, Mama, you missed the first week of school 3 years in a row, right? Right. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about that. So I'm like, now, how can I do this? How can I be successful? How can I make money? And I can't really travel, right?
Right.
I'm not in a position where I can speak on 4 or 5 platforms on someone else's stage every month. Because even if I do, I either A, have to pack my kids up, or somebody has to come stay at my house, because my kids spoil, y'all. I don't know about y'all. I did it. Yeah, I did it. I'm guilty, but they spoil.
Totally
they don't want to leave home.
Yes.
So somebody has to stay with them. Okay. So, grandma is not having that all the time. So I had to create my own platform. That's why that's important. That's your marketing system. That is how you create awareness around your brand. So you have to decide, what platform will you use in your business to get your message to the masses? Teach.
Not somebody else's platform, but your own.
Build your own. I remember when I first started, right? When I first started my business and I was going into full time, and I see a lot of speakers now. This is one of the reasons I speak to a lot of speakers there, because they're so busy waiting to get on somebody else's platform. Stop waiting on an opportunity and make your own. Build your own platform. Come on. Don't get me started. Don't wait on an opportunity. They say make your own opportunity,
Create
right?
Your own. Yes.
Create your own.
Create your own.
Build your own platform. I'll give you a couple of examples, right? Bosses at Startup is a platform. This was a platform created for you to learn about building a business and starting a business. This is a platform. It's not hard to do. You just have to have the idea. You have to implement, and then you have to monetize. Come on.
Come on. If you are catching this, please go ahead and hashtag I hear you. Go ahead and hashtag I hear you. DeKesha has dropped amazing nuggets in just 2 pointers, which is number 1. We're only on number 2, prospecting and platform. Someone said, Renee says, yes, yes, yes. Denise Maurice Jones, thank you for putting it out there, transposing what she's saying. I definitely appreciate it. Everyone, this is what I envisioned at the Bosses at Startup TeleSummit. It's to give you tools that you can use in your business, whether you are aspiring, you're already in business, you are looking for that next step, that next curve, like where around this corner, where do I need to go, DeKesha? And she's given us two. So I'm excited to hear the rest. Come on, DeKesha.
I had to think about it. I said, wow, I'm not even halfway through. Okay. So the next P is products, right? So let me tell you a little story. You asked me to be transparent. I'm going to give it to you raw. I'm going to tell you what I've done. All right. Mm-hmm. I remember probably like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. I don't remember, but I was asked to speak on a platform, right? You're talking about this chick that had to create her own platform. I had one of my first speaking engagement and I was so super excited. Okay. Did my PowerPoint, my presentation. I had a 45-minute presentation. It was about the 4 elements of building a profitable business plan. I remember what it was, right? I got up on that stage, y'all, and I killed it, right? I got back to my mentor. They said, how much money did you make? Huh?
That's where the crickets came in, huh?
Right. Huh? But I killed it, right?
Right.
No. Mm-mm. You, DeKesha, not only did you drive to speak, you did not get paid to speak. So you lost money to speak. Ouch.
That does hurt.
Okay, let's see how we can fix this. Let me show you what I did. I created a product. I created a $99 product. 4 audios, because actually at this time I wasn't even heavy in the video. It was 4 audios, 30 minutes a piece, maybe, right? All right. So listen, they invited me back a second time. So I'm thinking I'm doing something, y'all. I'm that chick that started my own platform because I couldn't go anywhere, right? Because I had 2 beautiful children. Right. They had the audacity to invite me back, little old me. 4 elements of a profitable business plan, right? I'm ready. I got it. 45 minutes and I killed it. This time I had order forms and I had me a $97 product and you can't tell me nothing. $97. I sold 5. At the end of my presentation, I sold 5. I made $500 in 45 minutes. That is why sales systems are important in your business. What are the processes that you have in place in order to generate revenue in your business?
Yes. Wow. That was a great transparent story because it is important for the startups to see. It's not just as it may be a little bit important to be on others' platforms. It's just as important to create your own. And when you go and put yourself in presence of others and their audiences to have something to market and sell. Look at you. When you went back the second time, you was a different person.
I was ready. And that's what it's all about. You have to be ready. And I love the quote that says, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, right? So I'm going to tell you, it is so easy to create a digital product with the level of expertise that you already have. And let me share something with you under the products piece. And this is really, really important. Somebody is waiting to work with you. I'm going to say that again. Somebody is waiting to work with you, but you're doing a disservice because you're not offering your service or the opportunity to work with you. Let that sit for a second.
It does. Because we feel we're out here alone. We feel that no one's going to understand. No one wants to work because we're in that bubble sometimes, especially as a startup. If you're coming out of corporate America or if you're coming out of another situation and you feel that you are in this alone. But DeKesha, can I be transparent and let's just say before the Bosses at Startup, I didn't really know you. I feel
Nope.
like you're the sister now. So, but it took me reaching out. It took us connecting where I will put myself 4 years ago, never would happen. Like she would never want to work with me. You know, you look at her platform. Why would she want to talk? It's like we cut ourselves out before we even give ourselves the opportunity.
You know, and one of my mentors, I listened to a Facebook Live yesterday, and one of my mentors, they actually brought their mentor on. And let me share with you the message, the takeaway that I got chills right now as I get ready to share this moment with you, because I suffer from this at times. I have a $25,000 product, and my goal is to sell the $25,000 product by the end of the year. Let me tell you what they said yesterday. They said that the problem, well, the solutions that you provide, when you know that it's going to help them, you're being selfish if you don't offer it to them. What?
So that puts you on a different bar.
Let me tell you why. Let me rephrase my language. We are so afraid of how people will look at us if something goes wrong versus the impact that you make on what goes right.
Yes. Come on. If you're watching this on the replay, you probably have to pause it and replay this back. So this is a great opportunity for me to say, if you have not registered to get the replays of the speaker segments, I encourage you to do that now. You're being offered all of these speaker engagements and expertise for free. Go to bit.ly/Bosses at Startup, because in some of what DeKesha is sharing, you're going to have to replay that to yourself and just hear it over and over for it to sit in. Because sometimes we need that. We need to hear something over and over so that it can set in, so we can make different moves in our business. That was great.
All right, so we're almost halfway through.
But we're getting great feedback.
Okay.
He's saying create a digital product with the expertise we have now. Vanessa says she shared, #share. Thank you, Vanessa. Renee says knowledge is power. Come on, DeKesha. So thank you. Yes, great feedback.
All right, so we've talked about prospecting, your lead generation system. We talked about platform, your marketing system, okay? We talked about products, your sales system. Here is the piece of the puzzle. This P is portals. This is what we consider to be the delivery system in your business. And here, I tell stories. I tell stories because this is how you can remember it. You tell a story to prove a point. Really funny. I just told you we did a 5-figure launch, right? And a few months ago. Super excited. And in the middle of my launch, I had absolutely no business going hanging out, because in launch time is you serious time. But I have a team. So I have the flexibility. My aunt had tickets to go see the Temptations and the Four Tops. We're not going to even talk about that because I only knew the Temptations. But anyway. So I'm on the lawn because it's summertime. I'm on the lawn and I don't have it on now, but I have an Apple Watch. And I'm on the lawn and I'm just hanging out with my aunt. And my watch vibrates. Do you know what I get? A notification of payment received. And I looked at the amount. It was $327 that just hit my account that's going to come through for the next 6 months automatically without me doing anything. Here's the catch. They automatically received access to the program that they purchased while I was sitting out on the lawn.
Wow. And that's that efficiency.
That's called a delivery. Got to have systems in place so that you can have efficient processes. Every system has a process. Every strategy has a system. Every system has a process. I hope y'all taking notes. Note takers are money makers. So your delivery system consists of a membership site. We call it a portal. So each of you, under the sound of my voice, have knowledge, have education, you have information, you have content. Let me ask you a question. Does your content have an address? Does your content have an address? Where does your content live? You have a physical address. Your business has a physical address. If I wanted to purchase something from you, does your content have a physical address where I could go online and actually click the buy button and purchase from you? And within 5 to 10 minutes, I receive my user registration, which is my login information and my password, and I get access to the program. That is how you make money in your sleep. If you ever wonder why people say, I make money in my sleep, well, I was actually on the lawn. Wow. I was at a concert. But it's the same concept.
Right. That it's possible to position yourself, even as a startup, to position yourself the same way.
So that's portals. Y'all ready to keep going?
Yes.
So people. Ooh, this is my favorite. People. You can only get so far alone. What's the quote? If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Can I put my little swag on it?
Yes.
Let me put my little swag on it.
Yes.
If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, build a team.
Yes.
Come on.
Come on.
You can only go so far alone, y'all. And so 2 years ago was the first time that I hired someone on my team. You could tell me nothing. I have a team. And so now we have a team of 11 people all across the world. So they work in several different places across the world. But it allowed me to take my first trip to Miami, where we actually was able to spend the weekend in Miami.
Wow.
I turned off I try my best to turn off everything, but I still have children. So, my phone.
Right.
The best I can do is go on Do Not Disturb.
You got it.
Anyway.
You got to treat it right.
So, being able to have a team, you can focus and you can walk in the role of CEO. Let me tell you why this is important, okay? And the communication systems that you have in place to onboard your team is crucial. I was reading a book called Clockwork by Mike Michalowicz. He also wrote Profit First. So if you haven't read this book,
yes.
He made a valid point. A lot of times people hire team members, employees, or contractors, and they hire them for a specific role, and they give them the instructions on what the expectation is, but they do not give them the process on how to implement. I'm gonna say that again because I want to make sure that you got it. So people hire contractors or employees. They give them the expectation of the job that they want them to do, but they do not give them the process on how to get it done. So here's what happens. Oftentimes that team member comes back and continues to ask you questions. Here is where it messed me up. Had no clue. That's feeding your ego. What?
Because you want to feel needed.
You want to feel needed.
You want to feel needed.
You have an ego problem. Somebody just got checked.
Let that one marinate too. Go ahead and stir the pot on that one. You know what?
You have an ego problem.
That's right. You don't want to release control. You want them to come give. You want them to, yes.
And you wondering why you still stuck and stagnant.
Yes. And then we blame it on them.
Oh yeah, it's always their fault.
It's always their fault. Why they can't get it. Why they keep coming to ask me questions. Come on, DeKesha. Yes. So
you have to have communication.
Right employees is important.
That is why you hear people talk about systems and processes. This is where the processes become very crucial, is repetitive. 3 times you automate it, but there's still a process that is documented so that when you deliver the training or the responsibility, they don't have to continue to ask you questions. I hope somebody is getting what I'm putting down.
I hope y'all are writing this. I hope
I really hope y'all are getting this.
So you can get the replay of this. This was fulfilled with nothing but business jewels and nuggets to help you start your business. Come on.
Y'all ready for the last two?
We ready.
Y'all ready for the last two? All right, last two. Profit. I have a group called Profit Producers. So this is absolutely my favorite business word. Let me stop you right there, right? These are your metric systems. I remember I told you every P is connected to a system. Mm-hmm. This is your metric system. What are you measuring in your business? What gets measured what gets measured gets managed.
Yes.
What gets measured gets managed. But let me share something with you, because let me tell y'all, I don't even listen to this anymore. Oh, I run a 6-figure business. I run a 7-figure business. I run an 8-figure business. I know some broke 6-figure earners, and I know some broke 7-figure earners. So let me explain something to you, and let me make it very clear. You ready? It's not about what you make. It's about what you keep.
Come on.
It's not about what you make. It's about what you keep.
And I did a recent episode on my Facebook page about understanding what your gross is and what your net is, and how the numbers that you normally hear is the gross. I grossed $1 million. I grossed 2 million. But you don't know what that bottom number is. Are they actually profiting? Come on. That was a good
point. But you broke.
Yeah.
Be careful, y'all. Be careful. I want you to make profit. So let me give you another equation. And this is actually from the book Profit First. And it's sales minus profit equals expenses. So that means that you actually pay your company first. This is not even about paying yourself yet. It's not even about paying yourself yet. So your sales minus pay the company back minus profit. So you can actually, so let me explain something to you. If you don't have enough to pay your expenses, then you have a revenue problem.
Yes.
You have a revenue problem. You need more revenue in your business. Left over, okay? Y'all get it? So you take your sales, you pay the company, and what's left goes to expenses. Mm-hmm. We haven't even talked about the taxes and the owner's pay, anything like that. But right now, I just want you to focus on paying your company and paying your expenses. Okay? So profit. So what gets measured gets managed. It's not about what you make. It's about what you keep. All right. Last one. Of course I had to put this in there. Operations management. The last P, and we just added and layered this element in, is the process, okay? So the process or processes is very important once you start to build the infrastructure of your business.
Right.
So one of the best things that I can share with you, the process is the step-by-step action items to get a task done. The step-by-step action items to get a task done. Make sense? Mm-hmm. So let me give you an example. If I were to, when we flew to Miami, you see yourself off to school. So I left him a list of items that needed to be turned off, turn the air off, get your key, and leave it out by 6:45. You do that Thursday, you do that Friday. Step-by-step action items of what needs to be done. So here's where I want it to relate to you, right? Let's just say you hire someone to make sales calls for you, and you're not pleased with the sales calls that they're making for you. Well, you're not pleased because you're not giving them the step-by-step processes on how to get it done. It could be simple as setting up an Uber conference call, right? I have 2 executive assistants on my team. Right now, I can send a message and say, hey, set up a call with myself and Vanessa, set up a call with myself and Dee Marie, right? They have an SOP, a standard operation procedure guide that tells them exactly how I want it set up. Because it might seem simple, like a simple task, but let me share something with you. If they don't click the button to have the system automatically dial the person, I can be sitting on the call and the person is never dialed. But if I don't tell them that,
right,
they're not going to know to do it. And that's a very crucial step.
Right.
That is why the processes are important to a business.
I love it.
So one of the things that people don't understand is that you have to have the processes in place when you're building a team and when you're scaling your business, because this is how you start to duplicate yourself so that you can truly own the role as CEO and scale your business. That is why is the other piece. Now you're at a point where you're ready to scale your business.
Yes. Yes.
Y'all ain't ready.
Come on. Can I be transparent? So, in starting the Bosses at Startup TeleSummit, it was all about the startups. It's all about making sure that we deliver solutions, that we give those what they're missing, that we're filling in the gap. And what I've been promoting, I've been saying the glue. All of these speakers are the glue to help you in identifying, where am I? How can I get to the next step? How many steps do I need to take to get to that next level? And, I met DeKesha, and DeKesha and I offer similar services. But how you build and grow? It's by partnering. It's not being afraid to connect with others, even though they offer some of the same services that you do. And it's amazing that each step she has shared with you resonates with me, because I know it. And that's why I brought her to you, because I need you to hear it. And she gave it to you in a way of, you didn't get that? Let me tell you again. Let me tell you again. So let me tell you, if there were some moments in here to where it froze up for you, no worries. Because even though you can get the replay in your inbox, you will also be able to get the free Bosses at Startup handbook that we're going to deliver to you. That's going to include all the solutions she just delivered. Empowers you, because everyone is saying, yes, that's it. You are on it. And sharing the book where she's giving her tips and solutions. Amazing. Go to bit.ly/Bosses at Startup. If this is the episode that you felt that's rocked you, just imagine how much of the other episodes are just going to help you in putting the puzzle together. DeKesha, amazing. Come on, amazing. If you've thought about starting a business, the 7 Ps was definitely a great way for you to start thinking outside the box. Because many times we only think one way, because that's the only way we know. But you just gave us 7 different ways to think about the business that you are wanting to start. Thank you.
Thank you. I really appreciate you having me on this particular platform. I really hope that you guys that are listening and participating in the summit, you really take heed to the information that all of the experts are saying. And, one of the things that I pride myself on is I don't teach theory. I teach what I've done for myself and what I've done for my clients. And here's one thing that I will leave you with. So a process without procedures is like having the what without the how. I'll say that again. A process without the procedures is like having the what without the how. That's huge. I want you to write that one down. So a process without the procedures is like having the what without the how. And in this space, a lot of people will teach you, when you're giving relevant information, share the what, don't share the how, or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And honestly, that's a mentality, because there's so much knowledge that you have that you can share, that you can give. There's never you can never give too much. Like, I've been on here, I don't know, probably about an hour or so. And there's so much more that goes into each pillar, but I can't give it to you all at one time. So even though I share with you some of the hidden nuggets that I share with my inner circle, some of the things that I share with WSB, you know, I want to change your life. And I change your life if you let me.
Come on. How can we connect with you? How can we reach you? Please let everyone know.
So you guys, listen, my name is DeKesha Williams. I am DeKesha on every platform. Ain't too many of us with the name DeKesha, okay? DE capital KE, S as in Sam, HA. You can find me on Facebook /DeKesha C. Williams, okay? And find me on Instagram as well, same DE_Kesha. Please, please, please connect with me if anything that has resonated with you. If you have questions about any of the P's, super excited for you and for what's to come in your life and in your business.
Amen. Look, that was a moment of amen. It just came out. So yes, if this has touched you, definitely do connect with DeKesha. This was an amazing episode to bring you. You know, sometimes you need an umbrella to just cover yourself, and that umbrella sometimes just drops nuggets into you. So this was definitely an umbrella full of business nuggets and jewels of, okay, how am I doing right now? And what did I just hear from her of what I can do better or what I can change? It's all about starting your business up right. This was a platform because I am tired of hearing the SBA statistics that our startups are failing, and we're failing for the same reasons over and over again. So these experts, of their expertise, their knowledge, they're giving because I want us to stop failing and falling into those statistics. We want to be a more successful business. We want to build partnerships. We want to build those relationships, because you cannot build this platform alone. You will need support to build the $1 million status. The millionaires, for them to get to where they are, they figured this piece out a long time ago. And we're trying to get you to see it from the start. Start this way, end successful, maintain, so that you are showing up for your customers, your clients, because you are being dishonest or not being fair to those who need what you have. Drop that nugget, DeKesha. You need to rewind it because DeKesha said it. So thank you, DeKesha. Again, I definitely appreciate it. Thank you for all those that are catching this live. If you're catching this on the replay, this was fulfilled. I hope that you will be writing this down, and not only writing it down, because DeKesha made a very good point about that. We go to the seminars, we attend the events, we're empowered, we're rocked, we put it in the journal, and then that journal just goes under something, and then it goes under something else. We want you to execute and implement. We want you to take that idea, implement it, and turn that into income. Thank you for an amazing episode. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to go ahead and put the comments in the comment field and let DeKesha know. That way she can connect with you. And I look forward to another episode and connecting with you soon, dear.
Thank you again.
All right, dear. You have a good day. Bye-bye.